5 Gospels record the life of Jesus. 4 you will find in books, 1 you will find in the land they call holy. Read the 5th Gospel, and the world of the 4 will open to you. Jerome. Boston College School of Theology and Ministry and École Biblique et Archéologique Française in Jerusalem are pleased to announce an immersive biblical course and experience in the Holy Land. In the Footsteps of Jesus, 3 weeks in the Holy Land, June 2nd through 23rd, 2018. Funded in part by a generous grant from the Lilly Foundation through the Association of Theological Schools, the course is open to current students of the Boston College School of Theology and Ministry, Holy Cross Greek Orthodox Theological School, Hebrew College, and Boston University School of Theology. Taught by a team of dedicated and experienced instructors, Father Eugen Pentiuc of Holy Cross Greek Orthodox School of Theology in Brookline, and Father Gregory Tatum and Father Lukács Popko of École Biblique in Jerusalem, in the Footsteps of Jesus, seeks to reconstruct Jesus Christ's life as narrated by canonical Gospels, foreshadowed by Old Testament messianic prophecies, and visualized by visits in Jerusalem and field trips throughout the Holy Land. The course lecture will be held at the famous École Biblique, the oldest biblical and archaeological school in the Holy Land. École Biblique was established by Pierre-Marie Joseph Lagrange in 1890 on the site of a 5th century Byzantine basilica sheltering the remains of St. Stephen. If I forget you, Jerusalem, may my right hand wither, may my tongue remain stuck to my palate, if I do not keep you in mind, if I do not count Jerusalem the greatest of my joys. Psalm 137, 5 and 6. Jerusalem, the cradle of the Christian church, will be the center of our summer biblical course and experience in the Holy Land. The 3 great monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, consider Jerusalem a holy city due to the presence of their sacred worship places here. The Western Wall, the surviving remnant of the Jewish Temple Mount destroyed by Romans in 70 CE, the Holy Sepulchre Church, the site of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection, and the Dome of the Rock, the 7th century masterpiece of the Islamic art memorializing Muhammad's journey to heaven. We're going to begin and end our visits with Jerusalem. During the 2 free weekends, students may want to visit various Christian communities located in the Old City. From the 11th century BCE, the City of David, a small settlement on the eastern hill extended by Solomon northwards due to the building of the temple, and expanded or compressed in the subsequent centuries up to the current line of the ramparts raised by the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent in 1540, the old city of Jerusalem is still passionately drawing in both visitors and pilgrims. We are going to visit the old city and its major quarters, Christian, Armenian, Jewish, and Muslim. Walls, gates, and sacred sites, such as the wide flight of steps leading up the double gate on the southern wall, used by pilgrims in Jesus' time to get into the temple area. We will also visit the citadel on the western wall, Jerusalem's bastion since the time of Herod the Great, and a royal palace turned by the Roman procurator after 6 CE into his Jerusalem residence. It was here, in the Praetorium, in which Pilate judged Jesus. Our visits within Jerusalem will be complemented by other frequent field trips throughout the Holy Land. We're going to follow in Jesus' very own footsteps, while not, of course, overlooking sites of Old Testament significance. Megiddo is a significant case where Old and New Testaments come together. At Megiddo, the righteous King Josiah, a foreshadowing and type of suffering Messiah, was mortally wounded. According to Revelation 16:16, it will be at Megiddo again, where Armageddon, the final battle between evil and good, will be carried out with the victor to the latter. We're going to stop at Mount Tabor, the traditional site of Jesus' transfiguration, looking down on the immense valley of Jezreel. From there, we'll be heading to Nazareth itself, the place of the Annunciation and Incarnation, and then to the Sea of Galilee, and its own plethora of sacred sites commemorating Jesus' ministry in Galilee. Tabgha, the Mount of Beatitudes, and Capernaum, Jesus' hometown. Further north, there is Banias, or Caesarea Philippi, with its sanctuary dedicated to the god Pan, erected by Herod the Great, whom he in turn dedicated to Augustus. In this venerable vicinity, St. Peter confessed his faith in Jesus the Messiah, Matthew 16:16. Over the Golan to the north, there are the snows of Mount Hermon, an exotic place mentioned in Song of Songs and the Book of Psalms. Back in the south, we'll visit Jericho, the lowest point on Earth, 846 feet below sea level, and the record holder for the oldest town on Earth. Then the oasis of En-Gedi and the excavated site of the Qumran community, while looking up and around to the neighboring caves where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in 1947. On the Mediterranean seashore, we're going to visit Caesarea Maritima, a city founded by Herod the Great, which after 6 CE became the seat of the Roman procurator, but the first of whom we are certain resided here is Pontius Pilate. An inscription bearing his name was found in the ruins of the Roman theater. Caesarea is further linked to Origen, who organized here a theological school, and Pamphilus, who founded a library second in rank only to the famous Library of Alexandria. In the Footsteps of Jesus, an immersive biblical course and experience in the Holy Land, June 2nd through 23rd, 2018. A once-in-a-lifetime, heart-stopping, mind-bending and opening opportunity for those who want to wed, mix, interweave, and immerse themselves in the information gleaned from the 4 canonical Gospels and Old Testament messianic texts with what Jerome calls the 5th Gospel, that is, the Holy Land itself.